Less than 51, rounding decimal numbers. I kind of taught them this the other day when we were doing a problem. We actually ran into a problem that we had to do this with. So, can someone read example 1?
Dan wanted to buy a tape for $6.89. The sales tax rate was 8%. Dan calculated the sales tax. He knew that 8% equaled the fraction 8/100ths and the decimal 0.08. To figure the amount of tax, he multiplied the price $6.89 by the sales tax rate,
Okay.
0.08.
So we want to know what 8% of $6.89, right? And 8%, remember you can never leave percent as percent in math. You have to convert it. We're going to make it into a decimal number. Everybody remember how to do that. So it would become 0.08, remember? And what does of mean in math?
Times.
Multiply. So we're doing 8% of that amount. So I'm going to actually work that. Okay? We're going to perform the problem. So 9 times 8. Somebody do the math.
64.
Yeah, plus 7 more.
73.
Somebody, oh dear.
71.
Somebody check my math. Okay, I'm not thinking real clearly today. Okay, and then 0 times all those would just be 0. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces after the decimal, right? So I'm going to start right here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's a problem with this because we're not used to working with money like this, okay? So we're wanting to know how much 8% of this is. So when we're working with money, how many spaces can I go after the decimal? 2. Okay, so I need to stop it after that. Okay? Do I need to round my change?
Not right there, but
No, I don't need to. Why? Because this is not 5 or higher. It's 4 or lower. If this was a 5 or 6, I would change this to 56 cents. Does everybody understand? But since it is a 1, I keep it as 55 cents. Now, that's not my total answer. That's just 8% of this. 55 cents is 8% of $6.89. Okay? How much tax would he pay if he purchased the tape? 55 cents. And then if it asked you what is the total price of his, whatever he bought, we would do $6.89, which is the price of the tape, and then add the 55 cents to that to get his total price paid. Everybody understand? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do another one. Everybody feel like they understand this? So don't freak out if you're like, oh no, it's got too many numbers. Okay, just round it to only 2 parts down here at the bottom. Okay. Next question. Somebody read example 2. Loudly. Isaac.
Sheila pulled into the gas station.
Loudly.
Sheila pulled into the gas station and filled the car tank with 10.381 gallons of gasoline. Round the amount of gasoline she purchased to the nearest tenth of a gallon.
Okay. Round it to the nearest tenth. Okay. Where is my 10th?
3.
The 3 is my 10th spot, right? Everybody remember that this is the 10th? Can you see this later? Sorry. This is the 10th spot. They're wanting me to round it to the 10ths. So I'm stopping after that number. They're wanting me to round it to the 10ths. Do I need to round up or leave it? Why? Very good. The 8 is higher than 5. It's 5 or higher. So we would change this 10.3 to 10.4. And the final answer would be that if we rounded it to the 10th. Okay. Everybody good? Yes. Yeah, you could put 0, 0 at the end, but I could add 100 zeros and it's still going to give me the same value. Okay. Somebody read example 3. Nicholas, loudly.
Estimate the product to 6.85 and 4.2 by rounding the numbers to the nearest whole number before multiplying.
Okay. This one told us to estimate the product 6.85 and 4.2 by rounding the numbers to the nearest whole number before multiplying. So we want these to be whole numbers, not decimal numbers. Okay, what whole number would 6.85 round to? 7. Yes. Okay, we know that this number is in between 6 and 7, right? And 6.5 is halfway. And this one's 6.85, so we know it's closer to 7. And 4.2, what two numbers, whole numbers is it in between? 4 and 5. What's my halfway point? 4.5. And 4.2, it's closer to 4 because it hasn't reached 4.5 yet. Okay? So it would be changed to 4. Now, something very important that you realize is that they said estimate, which is what we did. Estimating always happens at the beginning. You don't do the problem and then estimate. You estimate and then do the problem. Does everybody understand that? Okay, now, this is a key word that you need to know what it means. What does product mean, Isaac? The answer to a multiplication problem. You're exactly right. If you do not know that, you need to write it down. Product means to find the answer to a multiplication problem. And they're wanting to give us this number and this. So we're going to multiply that to figure out the answer. And so my answer would be what? 28. Someone already said it. Very good. 28 would be our final answer. Okay? That's lesson 50.